that fentanyl thing that's going on over there is out of control.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
That is an issue that, people actually care about.
My God.
Jesus Christ.
Like, seriously, I just driving down the street, I just saw like people smoking in the street. They look like zombies. There was like some of them just staring at the wall for the whole time I was eating a burrito.
Jesus.
Like, which was like a good half hour. They were just staring at the fence, like at a big tall wooden fence, like just out of the conked out.
Like
it was
looking like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I asked my dad. I was like, well, there's all these people actively doing a very very dangerous drug, in broad daylight, right? And no one's doing anything. So I'm like, well, why are the police not at least going to try and say something to them? You know what I mean? They're all over the place.
Right.
And well, apparently the police have been defunded. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There was a whole thing about the police being defunded because, I understand there was
all over the states or
in certain states, it's because of there was big hubbubs about, police brutality, and there was a lot of unfortunate things that happened, So the police, they just don't have enough people to handle the drug problem, and they don't have room in prisons anymore. So it's just caused like a huge problem. I don't know. Like, I went there and I couldn't believe how far, well, I don't know about other cities, but how far the city of Phoenix has fallen.
Yeah. I mean, like the fentanyl, what do I call like an epidemic? I don't even call it epidemic. Like the fentanyl issue, I guess, it's like all over the states apparently right now. Even when I was in New York, back in, when did I go? September, October, something like that. It was, they're like me just walking around the streets, maybe because it's just New York, I don't know. But there were like a lot of like people, like there were drug dealers on the streets, there were people drugged up, you could tell. But I don't know if they were necessarily on fentanyl, but I think the drug issue in America is huge. It's always been an issue, but like it's gotten even bigger now with the rise of fentanyl. I told you, right? When I got surgery for my wrist, I got out of surgery, I woke up from the anesthesia. And so they gave me like an IV and then I had a drip, right, with like pain meds or whatever. And they're like, if you press it, it'll give you a drop every 15 minutes. If you're in too much pain, press it. And I was like, out of it because I just woke up from anesthesia, right? So I was like, well, what is this? And they're like, it's fentanyl. And I was like, what? Well, I got so scared. I was like,
I think fentanyl is like a useful drug if you use it for what it's supposed to be used for.
Yeah, but
like if, in the right amounts.
I wasn't thinking that. Just me, like, just like I'd like dazed up. I was just like, is this okay? And they're like, oh yeah, like it's fine. Like we're at hospital. Like you'll be fine. But yeah, I remember they just gave me a scare. It was funny. But oh
my God,
fentanyl. I don't think there's. It's like the crack epidemic of like what was it, the 80s? Yeah. Like what are you gonna do about it right now?
See, that's the thing is I think America has severely failed its people in terms of drug education and drug prevention.
Yep.
Because when we were little,
DARE.
Well, I forget what it stands for, but there was it was DARE, the DARE program.
Yeah, what about it?
It was don't. Anyway, look that up. But yeah, there used to be this thing called the DARE program, and starting in elementary school, we used to have like these assemblies for anti-drug, education, whatever. But from what I know, DARE no longer exists.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from what I know, I think I read that somewhere. I'm not sure.
Ew,
but I mean, clearly, even if it does exist, it ain't working because all these people are going nuts with drugs. I don't know.
Drug abuse resistance education.
There you go. That's what we need. And basically, I was talking to my dad. I was like, what can we do, in America to kind of fix the drug problem? He's like, it's going to be generations because it's fallen so much and the education is so non-existent.
Right.
That, and it's so easy to get too, especially now.
Yeah.
So
like people think like it's fun to use it like recreationally, you know what I mean? Like there's like a huge, like not even just like fentanyl, like huge like Adderall issue in America now. Like
prescription drugs is a problem
like
too.
Marijuana is being legalized left and right, like people are always like coked up, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's a huge issue. And I also I agree with you to some degree that it is like an educational issue, like where people aren't educated about it enough, but also it's addictive, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I think if you are an addict, which a lot of fentanyl people that do fentanyl are, you need help. I don't think necessarily locking you up is the right answer.
Right.
I think I think there's a lot of education that needs to go in there and help, assistance.
Where they go to rehab. Or
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
sure.
sure these people don't want to die.
Right.
Like, they want to live a life.
Right.
But, you know, once you get tangled up in there and all that stuff. So, rehab, I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely think.
Open up more rehab.
Hmm?
Open up more rehab institutes in America
Try to
or something.
take me home to rehab, but they say no, no, no. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to dump on the drug problem in America too much, but
hey, but America's famous for that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So.
well, you know, it's glorified in media.
It is glorified in media.
Don't glorify that, man.
Yeah,
everybody be dying over there.
Not good. Yeah.